Welcome to video 3, Concepts of Two Time Frames by Urban Forex. Alright guys, so in this video, I'm going to be walking through a rule-based method that I'm going to give you when it comes to time frames. I want you to listen to what I'm about to say very, very carefully, okay? Because I'm telling you through my own eyes, I have seen thousands of students make this mistake. And it's a horrible mistake that takes from your wallet time and time and time again. Okay, here's the biggest mistake. So last video I showed you you are hunting and you are being hunted at the same time, right? So as you're trading, you know what you need to do in terms of, I know the big boy in this particular example, I know the big boy and the power is to the upside, so I want to be going long with him, right? I want to be going long with him. That is 100% understandable. But there's something in the back of your mind that's going to keep poking at you saying, but make sure you're not going to be a victim because someone, I can see this is coming down like this. So that means maybe the larger player might be looking to sell. Am I in too much of a dangerous area to buy? So what's going to happen is going to happen. You're going to go up a time frame, in this case, to the 4 hours. From the 4 hours, after doing a little bit of research, your curiosity will take you up to the daily. From that research, your curiosity will take you to the weekly. What you're doing is you're opening up a whole bunch of nonsense that you're going to get stuck in. Okay? It's like saying, right now, if I give you a mission, and your mission, as let's say you're a student, okay? I'm going to take you back to high school, okay? Let's say you're sitting in high school, and your mission is to complete the exam that's in front of you within 1 hour. Now, if you as a student start thinking, all right, I have this exam to complete. Well, if I complete this exam, I'm going to get an A. That is you thinking one time frame higher. If I complete this exam, I'm going to get an A, but if I get an A, I will have to work a lot when I graduate from high school. Now you're going out of the ballpark for no reason. But if I get a good job and have to work a lot, then I'll have to start a family, have multiple kids. Maybe I'll get like 4 dogs and name the dogs Charlie, Bob, Jack, and Jill. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You've gone way beyond your scope of focus now. And then you might end up saying, well, you know what? What's the point of doing anything? The universe is so big. What are we even doing on this earth? Now you've gone beyond recognition. We don't even know who you are anymore. Okay, we've lost you. Okay? This is what happens in trading when you go into multiple time frames. What you're talking about, what you're focused on is out the window. No one can understand you except you yourself. You don't want to have that habit. You want to avoid that as much as possible. If you go beyond the 2 time frame rule, smack yourself, okay, on your hand, please. Slap your wrist and say, stop it. This is a very bad habit. And before you even develop that habit, I'm trying to stop you right now. Stick to 2 time frames, and that's that. So the best way to do that, okay? So the best way to do that, okay? For those of you guys who are going to cheese trade, I want you to focus on 15 minutes and less. So that's going to be 15 minutes and a 3 minute. That is a 5 multiple gap. There's going to be basically 5 3-minute candles that makes up one 15-minute candle. Though that is for those of you guys who are going to trade cheese, right? Cheese meaning you're looking to trade the power that is happening in that session, which means you wake up for London to trade, then you trade London, period. Okay? But if you catch yourself going to a higher time frame, I can promise you this, what you're going to do in London is going to cause you losses. I can guarantee it almost. Okay? So, having that said, 2 time frame rule. Now, that is for those of you guys who want to trade cheese and on a regular basis. On like you're sitting down for London, you want to trade London. That's that. Lower time frame. For those of you who are like, I'm very busy with work, I don't want to trade every day. In fact, I want to trade, you know, once a week, twice a week. In fact, slow and steady wins the race. I want to be the turtle. Okay? So, yeah, I want to go that route because mentally it sounds better to me. That's fine too. If you want to go that route, then two time frames. Okay, you can do the 4 hour and the 60 minutes. Okay, that is a multiple of four. There's four 60-minute candles that makes one 4 hour candle. Okay, this will mean you'll have one trade uh, every couple of days. Okay, maybe even less. Okay, at least you'll get one trade a week if you combine all your forex pairs that you can choose from. All right, these trades you'll have to hold on, you'll have to sleep through it, and you'll have to stay calm about it. Okay, so it'll become more like an investment rather than trading. Okay, but there is one extra work that you have to do. You will have to keep up with the fundamental biases to make sure your trade's still on course. Okay, so that's something, little additional work you have to do for trading it slower. Okay, all right, now so let's take a look at an example for a 4 hour 60. So this particular case, okay, oh, sorry. Okay, this is a nice example here. This particular case, let's say fundamental news comes out for you right around here. And it's telling you, it's like an interest rate news, and it's like US dollar is extremely, 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 extremely strong, okay? And you're like, fantastic. I know my job is to do a buy. So you're looking for all kinds of buys whenever the market gives you an opportunity during pullbacks, right? So you're like, I want to buy this. He couldn't go higher. Okay, I want to buy this. Okay, he made a higher high. And then another news came out, okay? And the market's crashed. Now you have to evaluate, does this crash mean you have a better price to buy? Or does this crash mean the power was set to the sell side and you need to sell? Here's the thing. When you're dealing with these things, you need to understand one thing. That crash means everybody got stopped out and became a seller. That means opportunity. Okay? Everybody got stopped out and became a seller, which means you now need to look back at your fundamentals and be like, wait a minute, does this crash have any backing to it? Why did this happen? Can I figure this out? And is it more important than this? Okay? This might be something small like Trump made a tweet out there, and then a day later he takes it back saying, I'm sorry. Okay? It could be something as simple as that. It could be something as, there's a little conflict with some oil tankers, and someone kidnapped somebody. This can be due to that reason as well. It is not economic based, but it is fear based. Okay? But the economic machine prevails. Okay? It will continue. So when you see stuff like this, you need to figure it out. So these moments are the ones where only technical traders will all become sellers immediately. So you need to look at this as a big time frame and one time frame lower to be like, okay, they're selling, they're selling, they're selling. Let's get ready to see when their selling gets done. So having that said, everything that we're going to be talking about next week, okay, is I'm going to gear you towards watching how to see when this thing slows down for you to get back into the buy side. Okay, so here's what you're gonna do this entire week. Okay, you're gonna have examples anyways, and don't forget to keep looking at all the examples for all your previous weeks as well. Stay on top, stay sharp, but this week I want you to stick to two time frames, and I want you to see them unfold. Okay, if time permits, please see them unfold. Okay, and I want you to feel, is this too slow for me, or is this too fast for me? Okay, not based on opportunity or how much money you can make or money you can lose. I want you to just naturally feel, is this too fast for me, or is this too slow for me? Your body will tell you based on your fear that, wait a minute, it's too fast, or wait a minute, it's way too slow, like I can't learn anything, it's taking too long. Okay, so everyone is very unique. You need to figure that out right now. So your two time frames that I would personally choose for you if you were to come and get consulting from me is slower people, 240, 60. Take it that slow. Going from daily 240, you're going to get one trade every few weeks. Okay? You can do that as well depending if you want it that slow. Okay? And for those of you who want to trade sessions or are looking to become full-time traders or even part-time traders, you can actually trade on the day you want to trade and then not trade also. You don't, trading a smaller time frame doesn't mean you got to be glued to your screen and then just drinking Red Bull. Okay, it's not like that at all. Okay, so and then those of you who want to trade per session, 15-3 is ideal. You can even go 60-15 and have that balance of in between. Okay? So that's a 60-minute and 15 minutes. You can have that balance in between as well to say, I'm going to do both. Okay? All right. So again, this week, I want you to focus on these two multiple time frames. And more importantly, I want you to focus on certain things here. Wait a minute. Let me go. Oops, sorry. Let me go further in here. Let me click. Okay. All right. So let's see here. So this is that area of the turning point here, right? Right there. And you can see that on the 15. Look how large it looks. Let me shrink it all so you can see it clearly. All right. Here we go. So this thing right here is this huge thing right here. Now notice this thing here. Look at this. 3 candles here. It looks like it was a quick movement, right? Very fast. But when you look at it on the 15, it's like, wow, look at that mess. I want you to start getting good at seeing, if I see this on the 60, I wonder what it would look like on the 15. That is your mission for this week. If I see this happened on the 60 with this big tail on top, I wonder what that would mean on the 15. If you can do this, I can assure you this is going to be a superpower that you need to acquire. Okay, if I have to point out one thing that I think is extremely important that you must have is this: your ability to understand the universe below you and above you based on you see something and you're like, so 3 15-minute candles, I wonder what that looks like. So let's have a look here. Okay, so that's what it looks like. He went up, he went down, he went up, and he went down again. Okay, what does these 3 candles here look like? Okay, look at that mess. It's like a rains and it goes down a little bit, comes back. But over here it looks nice and smooth. Okay, so not just the candles itself, but if you can watch it unfold and see how it looks on the 60, see how it looks on the 15, you're going to get good at saying, you know what, even if you give me this, Naveen, I can start to understand the flow and you can process that information naturally without having the ability to get 50 monitors just hanging over your head and you're like, I feel like a pro trader because look at all these monitors I have. No, that's not necessary. That's not necessary. If you can process this information, hats off to you. Okay, hats off to you. If you cannot, please try to get as familiar with it as much as you can. So again, to repeat, you're trying to familiarize yourself with, if I see this on one time frame, how does it look on the time frame lower? Okay? And you will start getting used to that time rhythm. Okay? Another thing, okay? Second piece of homework is try to monitor it also during busy hours. If you get a chance, look at it in terms of London, when London opens, and then look at it when New York opens. So get that feel of that rhythm of whoa, markets just became really, really fast, but a really fast red candle here, does it still mean it's red, red, red on the 15, or could it mean red, green, and then red? That could have happened, and we just didn't notice it here on this time frame because it's slow enough, right? The candle takes an hour to close. So get used to watching these nuisances and you will become a much better trader by getting this instinct. Okay? So I'll see you next week. Cheers, guys.